In this episode, I'm gonna show you 5 different lentil soups you can make with red lentils in Turkish way. Red lentil is very essential legumes in Turkish cuisine. Make raw balls, use in salads, meatballs, we make dishes, breads even. But of course the first thing comes to mind is making soup. And we have many varieties. I'm gonna show you 5 of them. They are all very easy to make, has a little bit more ingredients or less, some changes in the methods, but at the end it gives a different texture and taste with the same good old red lentil. I choose lentil soup recipe as a first video after the earthquake we had in the southeastern part of Turkey, one of the biggest, the authorities say, in the whole world this century, and they are in need now. So with your help, I will donate the income that I earn from this video to organizations that cook for the victims. You can help just by watching the video, sharing with others and commenting, get to more people. And if you want to donate more, I'm gonna give you the links that you can trust by the government organizations to donate more for the victims. So now let's begin to the recipes. First one is the classic vegan Turkish style red lentil soup. Geleneksel kırmızı mercimek çorbası. This one has very few ingredients, the technique is very simple, and it is also vegan friendly. I have 1.5 cups of red lentils, 1 medium-sized onion, 1 heaped tablespoon tomato paste, butter, some vegetable oil and salt. My daughter Zeynep made the recipe for you. First she is dicing the onion. We are heating up about a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. If you want to make it vegan, just use vegetable oil. And normally first you have to saute the onions, but we added the tomato paste first, but it was okay. After getting some nice smell, we added the onion and sauteed for about 3 minutes. Adding washed and drained lentils and saute for about 2 more minutes. Add some salt and hot water, about 3 to 4 cups. You can always add more if needed, so always better to be cautious while adding. Your soup will be very delicious like this, but if you want to add more flavor and vitamins, you can use some vegetable stock, meat stock or chicken broth. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for the lentils to cook. Then we added more hot water until desired consistency. This is optional, but traditionally we serve our soups with butter sauce. Just heat up some butter and olive oil or vegetable oil and add about a tablespoonful of dry mint. Heat for about 5 to 10 seconds, not more, and pour over the soup. If you don't want to use extra fat, you can add the dried mint directly into the soup. And our hearty, traditional Turkish red lentil soup is ready. It is very simple to make, as you can see, has very few ingredients. Even if you are new in the kitchen, I'm sure you can make it. The second one is sebzeli mercimek çorbası, easy lentil soup with vegetables. In this method, we have some vegetables along with red lentils and spices. To make it extra short in time, I used pressure cooker, but it is totally optional. Since I'm going to blend everything, I'm roughly chopping onion, 2 carrots, 1 to 2 potatoes, and couple of cloves of garlic. For the spices, I have about teaspoon of cumin, paprika, turmeric, just to give some color, and about 2 teaspoon dried mint, some salt. Give it a stir to heat up the flavors, and add 1 to 1.5 cups of washed and drained red lentils. Again, for the flavor and some smooth texture, I added half tablespoon flour, stirring for about 30-40 seconds. I have some chicken stock again. You can use whichever you like or just plain water, and we are ready to cook. Again, process everything until smooth. Check the consistency and add more water if needed. And again, for the sauce, I'm heating some oil, this time chili flakes, and either pour it right to the soup or after serving to the bowls. This is, my friends, one of my favorite way of making the lentil soup and enjoying during the winter. The third recipe is lokanta usulü sarı mercimek çorbası. Restaurant style yellow lentil soup. This one you can find in 99% of the restaurants. It is the first choice of Turkish people. Has a very smooth texture and a deep flavor coming from the lentils and either chicken or meat broth, chicken stock or meat broth, chicken broth. In the recipe I'm using yellow lentils, but it is possible to get the similar taste with red lentils as well. Again, we begin with sauteing 1 medium-sized onion, and here are the yellow lentils. We're gonna wash and drain. Adding 2 chopped garlic and about 2 heaped tablespoons all-purpose flour. The sauteed flour gives extra nutty taste and making it more creamier. After sauteing for about 3-4 minutes, we add hot water and chicken broth. Again, the broth is optional but gives really deep flavor. Adding the lentils, more hot water, some salt, and cook until lentils are soft. Process the mixture with blender or hand blender until smooth and add more water if needed. Finally, again, we are serving it with butter sauce. In this version, instead of dried mint, I add paprika or pul biber, red pepper flakes. We usually serve it with lemon, and if you prefer, you can sprinkle more chili flakes, dried mint or oregano to flavor your soup. The fourth recipe is the ezogelin çorbası, bright ezo soup. In this version we have Rice and bulgur wheat along with red lentils, some spices. You don't blend the ingredients. It has some textures. It has a beautiful story as well. We are using rice and bulgur wheat along with red lentils. According to the story, Bride Ezo had a hard life and got sick from tuberculosis. When she was in hospital care, she couldn't eat the hospital meals and cooked her own soup. The delicious smell of the soup spread all over the hospital and got famous. And after that, people gave her name to the recipe. This recipe is, my friends, also the first recipe I shared in my English YouTube channel 9 years ago. Again, my soup base is very similar to others. I sauteed the onion in olive oil and butter mixture, added some flour, tomato paste, and this time some dried mint, add water, and the lentil, rice and bulgur mixture. Some paprika, dried mint again, and cook on low until everything is soft. By the way, this video was the first recipe I shared on my English YouTube channel. And over the years I learned, since the bulgur wheat takes a little time to cook, so you can add it in the last minute after turning off the heat and let it rest for 5 minutes. The fifth Turkish lentil soup recipe is the Çeşme Nigar çorbası. Red lentil soup with milk and egg sauce. This Ottoman version of lentil soup has a beautiful silky smooth milk and egg sauce with a little bit sourness coming from the lemon. Again, in our base we have sauteed onion and adding some flour and caramelizing. Here goes the red lentils and water. After adding some salt, I'm gonna cook again on low until everything is soft. For the sauce, I have 1 egg yolk, half cup whole milk, and about a tablespoon lemon juice. Whisk everything until smooth and add from the soup to heat up the mixture before adding back to the soup again. But first I'm gonna blend my soup mixture to be smooth and then gently drizzling the mixture while mixing the soup. This step is important to get a smooth, silky soup instead of curdled egg mixture. This time for the butter sauce, I add all paprika, pul biber, pepper flakes and dried mint together. The recipe has few different touches, but it really gives another flavor to enjoy as a lentil soup. You can also watch the whole menu I made from my YouTube channel, just check the description box below. So my friends, I hope you liked the lentil soup recipes I shared with you. You can watch all recipes in more details from the links down below and other recipes I made with lentils. Stay safe and thanks for watching. Afiyet olsun.